had time to review that game. What do you take out of it?
Yeah, obviously we didn't think we played our best footy, but we certainly played against a very good footy club in Sydney who were really strong in the contest, had a strong defensive system, and we just got beaten by a better team on the night. Clearly there were some things in the game as the game went on that dropped away that caused a lot of our issue, but we've been able to just reset ourselves, come back to Melbourne, have a good week of training and set ourselves for the Bulldogs on Sunday.
How are you looking forward to that game? Obviously, it almost seems like a new rivalry, you and the Dogs. Are the boys excited to get out there again? Yeah,
we've had some great battles in the last few years, there's no doubt about that. We certainly have enormous respect for the way they play the game. They're incredibly strong through the middle of the ground with some great players. So we're looking forward to getting in front of our supporters. We haven't played in front of them for a while now. So to get back home at the G, play in front of our supporters, we're looking forward to it.
What did you make of Clayton's game?
Yeah, look, Clayton obviously back into the program. He had his possession. There's no doubt about that. I think he got better as the game went on. Clearly his strengths. We still want to see more of what he brings to the contest and how he gets out of contest. That's a big part of his game. But first game back, we can't ask for much more. He delivered on everything that he'd been working towards, and he's just going to grow and get better as the year goes on.
First game back in him. Is it distracting that people are still talking about his off-season and things that are now in the past?
Yeah, look, we understand that's going to be a topic of conversation. It was a big topic of conversation through the summer, but we've spoken a lot about how healthy and happy he is, and our players are certainly embracing Clayton back into our group. He's done a power of work away from the footy club, and he's done a power of work in the last 6 to 8 weeks. So, as I said, we're certainly worked really hard on our unity piece and making sure that we're really clear about what we expect in our environment. And Clayton's done everything he can to be a part of that. So, am I disappointed? I'm not disappointed. I'm not surprised though that it's still going because in the end, it's been a big topic of conversation, and in the end, until we start getting some results, it's going to continue to be a topic.
How much do you think he's turned the corner, Simon, just in his life?
Oh, significantly. You see a very healthy and happy person walking into your environment, training well, connecting with people, smiling. And they're the things that we have learnt to love about Clayton over the journey of his time at the Melbourne Footy Club. So we know that we've got a Clayton Oliver that we love and respect, and we know he's going to produce some really strong football for us. So we're incredibly happy with how he's tracking.
What does Petty have to do today to be able to play?
Yeah, look, he certainly won't play AFL this week. It's been a big part of his program to be AFL ready for round 2. What we need to make a decision on is whether we think VFL footy this week for a half or 3 quarters is better than a match type load on a Sunday in preparation for next week. So we'll make that decision post training, but we're probably leaning towards him playing some VFL footy this week.
So he's tracking towards round 2 still as you want him to?
Yeah, everything going well. He's as fit as I've seen him for a while, and he'll be playing next week.
You had a loss. Are you looking at changes at all? I know match committee's still to come. What you're thinking?
Yeah, look, we'll have a look at it post-training. The good thing about where we're at right now is we're starting to get some competition back for spots, especially in the forward half of the ground. Ben Brown's been back playing some VFL footy. Tom Fullerton's back playing VFL footy. Obviously, Harrison Petty's coming back next week. And Tom McDonald's played 2 games as well. So we're a little bit light on for tools in the last 3 or 4 weeks in terms of that. So that builds some selection pressure and some selection opportunities. So we'll certainly look into that space post-training today and pick a team that we think can win.
Think Cozzy plays this week?
Yeah, it's going to be great. Geez, we missed him. He's a pretty good player, Coz. So to get him back, obviously, in the front half of the ground where he has his biggest impact, but also around stoppage and centre bounce. I think we saw through the pre-season he's evolving into a pretty damaging stoppage player. So it's going to be great to get Coz back into our team. He's an exciting player and one our supporters love.
From the outside, there was a lot of focus on you going forward of centre. Jack Viney, when we spoke to him earlier in the week, he was really big on the fact that contested ball was where you sort of let yourselves down against Sydney. What was the wash-up from your perspective? Yeah,
there's no doubt when we had our momentum in the game and contest was strong, our ability to connect still wasn't where we wanted it. And we've always said that that's going to take some time, but we feel like if you look to the game before that, we connected very well. The conditions were incredibly tough. And I don't think either team connected incredibly well inside 50 or moved the ball from the back half well at all. Where the game swung was on contest. They dominated us in contest in the second half, which was a wet weather type game. The humidity was high, it was slippery conditions, and both teams struggled to connect, but both teams struggled to move the ball from the back half as well. So, we've worked incredibly hard all summer. We're 1 week in tough conditions. We'll be looking to connect a bit better this weekend.